And welcome back to Hannity. Now, last week's Mississippi Republican senatorial runoff came to a very messy conclusion after it was uncovered that supporters of Senator Thad Cochran used dirty, race-baiting political tactics to defeat Tea Party favorite Chris McDaniel. Now, several days ago, we showed you these flyers distributed by Cochran advocates in black neighborhoods. Now, they accused McDaniel and other Tea Party members of wanting to prevent blacks from going to the polls. Now, earlier in tonight's program, Ainsley Earhart first reported on the newly unearthed Election Day radio ads released by allies of the Cochran campaign. Now take a listen to another example that should make your blood boil. Take a look.
Time is running out. Please hurry. Walk, drive, or run to your voting precinct. If the Tea Party with their racist ideas win, we will be set back to the 50s and 60s. You've heard what Congressman Benny Thompson has said with other elected officials, so vote today. Our future is at risk. Please don't stay at home. You can vote after work. Polls close at 7 p.m. Say no to the racist agenda of Chris McDaniel and his Tea Party.
Here with reaction tonight from the New York Civil Rights Coalition, Michael Myers, and radio talk show host with the Salem Radio Network, nationally syndicated, Dennis Prager. All right, let me put up on the screen again. Let's look at these flyers that were distributed in predominantly black neighborhoods that the Tea Party intends to prevent blacks from voting on Tuesday. And then the details are even worse, and they basically portray McDaniels as a racist. Tea Party intends to prevent you from voting. And then you got the robocalls. This was done by Republicans to Republicans here. I couldn't, if I lived in Mississippi, I would not vote for Thad Cochran under any circumstances. This crosses a line for me. Democrats play this against the Republicans all the time, and it infuriates me.
Look, it's infuriating on every level, and I share your fury, and I don't get that furious. But number one, there is an original sin here, and that is these open primary type things where anybody votes in the other guy's primary. This is a way to destroy the parties. That's what really was the intent in many, like in California.
Sure.
All it does is invite mischief. I can vote in your primary or a general primary to undo the guy I think will win.
I totally agree with you, but here's the point. Thad Cochran saw the polls and was going to lose.
Correct.
So he made a conscious decision, his campaign and supporters, those around him.
To smear.
To smear, besmirch, race bait.
That's right.
I look at that as the tactic right out of the Democratic playbook, Michael Myers, and I can give you case and point of when they've used it.
Look, when you got to win, you got to win. And you play to keep. And you got to know the rules, and you got to know the loopholes.
So
Thad Cochran and his
principle be damned.
Let me speak, please.
You're speaking.
Thad Cochran and his supporters knew the rules. They used the rules, and what they did was they said, "Hey, black Democrats," on radio. The radio ads were terrific, by the way. They were not hateful. They were motivational. It said.
Was it race baiting?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm asking.
I'm saying no, it wasn't race baiting. It was condescending. It was not. Let me finish my point, and you'll understand it. The radio ad said, you got $5 for gas money. Don't sit on your butts and accept being lazy. Get to the polls. If you voted on June 3rd, you can't do it. If you did not vote on June 3rd, come and vote.
Wait a minute. Come on, this isn't. We don't have a filibuster here.
Let me play this ad. Is the Tea Party racist?
I was just going to say to you that in the culture, in the water, in the air, Julian Bond said it. The chair of the NAACP, he said the Tea Party is the Taliban wing of American politics.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You believe that?
That's
no, I don't believe that. But that's in the air. It's in the culture, and that's why they appeal.
You said there's not race baiting. Let me play another radio ad here where they mention the Ku Klux Klan.
It's motivational. It's black talk radio.
All right, let's listen.
Mendacious and malicious.
Listen to
When Congressman Thompson says the group of Tea Party radicals scares him, we should listen. Last week, the Clarion Ledger was able to tie McDaniel's campaign to an ally of the Ku Klux Klan. And this supporter of McDaniel's campaign was a Klan lawyer that represented Sam Bowers. If we stand by and don't go to the polls and vote today, do you understand what we could lose?
Motivational or race baiting?
No,
it's race baiting.
But it's the agenda of the left adopted by a Republican.
Well said.
And it's vile.
Would you vote for Cochran? If you were
This is a terrible tear in my heart because the thought of losing the Senate because of Cochran to the Democrats who have done so much damage in the last 6 years that's actually even more painful than allowing the guy who has done terrible things.
I'll tell you what.
I think this can be undone if you check all of the voters. I'll bet you McDaniel is able to undo it.
I agree with that. And I also agree with your analysis about the original sin, and you should not be able to cross party lines. Look, I'm a registered conservative. If Republicans want to be Democrats and run campaigns like the Missouri radio ad, if you elect Republicans, black churches are going to burn, or the NAACP ad, the James Byrd ad, I'm not going to support them. This is a bridge too far.
I respect that.
You are really overestimating these voters. They were told on Black Talk Radio, you don't want to lose your food stamps. You don't want to lose your government programs. You don't want to lose your free breakfast.
Sorry.
Get to the polls. That's motivation. It's not hateful. It's condescending.
That is condescending.
It's condescending.
Saying the Tea
and in that
Party,
regard, it's racist.
Saying the Tea Party is racist, that's not condescending.
Well, but nobody believes that who has any good sense. Nobody believes that who has any good sense.
I would say 90% of professors.
They say that the Tea Party finds Barack Obama objectionable, that they disrespect him. So do I, but I'm not a member of the National Tea Party.
90% of college professors believe the Tea Party is racist.
That's interesting, too. You're wrong on this one, Mr. Myers.
Let me talk, and I'll tell you. I'll convince you.
You want a 5-minute monologue? This is television, soundbite. Come on, man, catch up. Keep up with the times. All right. Up next tonight here on Hannity.
We're always